friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have a Kroger grocery haul that I'm gonna share with you. It was a reasonable haul. It just consisted of some of the items that we end up using in this video to create some easy weeknight dinner options. Speaking of the dinner options that I'm sharing in this video, we have 3 very simple, easy to throw together sheet pan meal ideas. I would say that I turn to a sheet pan almost as often as I turn to a crock pot to get myself a quick, no fuss dinner. One of the things that I love about sheet pan meals is it produces so much that you have leftovers the next day. And because most of the time with the sheet pans, I keep it really simple, it's really easy to repurpose those leftovers in a different way that gives you variety. So in today's video, I have a sheet pan meal that's kind of Italian flavored, but it's got a little bit of a spin because we're using some maple syrup. I also have another sausage sheet pan meal, which is gonna be using bratwurst, potatoes, and carrots with a honey mustard flair. And last but not least, we'll be doing a teriyaki chicken on sheet pan. Super easy to throw together, but super delicious. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, how are you? How's the family? Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail and giving me a chance. Over here, I share a lot of videos like this. We do what's for dinner, meal inspiration type things, where I share recipes that you might not see a million times on Pinterest. I try to keep it as unique and fresh as possible. I also share a lot of haul videos, so we go through my grocery hauls, Costco hauls, Sam's Club hauls, Trader Joe's hauls, and I recently even joined BJ's Wholesale Club, so some of those will be mixed in as well. If you end up enjoying the vibe while you're here, be sure to subscribe before leaving. It means the absolute world to me. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. All right, we have a little Kroger haul for you guys today. Again, I feel like it is small but mighty. This was around $70, maybe even a little bit more. Let's get into what we bought. So let me tell you about Kroger right now. I wanted to grab some of these bratwursts and I saw that it was buy 2, get 1 free. So I was super excited. But I shop at Kroger enough to know the prices, and these are normally $5.99 each. They were $6.99 each, and they changed it to buy 2, get 1 free, but they upped the price of each by $1, which granted, it was still, you still make out on the situation, but I just thought that was a little shady. So anyways, these were $6.99 each, but I got 1 free. So I grabbed a mild Italian sausage, a sweet Italian sausage, and a brats and cheddar. We absolutely love these. I do grab the big one from Costco quite a bit, and I also grabbed the Italian sausage from Costco, but we are running low, so I just grabbed this for now. I needed some ground turkey for a couple recipes, so I grabbed a big tub. This is a 3-pound tub for only $10. I think that's such a good deal, so I usually grab that whenever I'm grabbing Kroger. I also got these because they were part of like a flash sale. I love Kroger because right before you check out, they show you some flash sales and you can save a little bit. We usually don't do like convenience type things like this where it's already pre-made for you. I would just make the beef patties, but these were on sale, so I figured whatever. And it's Angus and it's from Private Selection, which this is, I believe, like Kroger's elevated brand. And I've had really good results with things from them, so I figured it was worth testing it out and seeing how it goes. It's just nice to have something like this. I can either do burger bowls or just regular burgers. I needed these for a recipe. You guys, the price of nuts is just absolutely insane, isn't it? But it's not worth me grabbing a huge bag at Costco. I know it's a better value to do that, but I don't use them enough. We don't bake that often, so it would just be a waste. But I grabbed that. I also grabbed some unsweetened coconut milk for a recipe, and then I will use the rest for at-home lattes and things like that. If you guys have known how delicious this pizza is and you haven't told me, I'm upset with you right now. John and I recently got these because they were on sale at Kroger, and they did their job because they have hooked me in, and now I bought them at a higher price. I think the first time I bought them, they were only $3.99 each, and I think this time they were $5.99, but they are worth every penny. This is the best frozen pizza I've ever had, and we've tried a lot of different types of frozen pizza, but these were so good. Something about the dough is very, almost like a bakery or something. I don't know, but anyways, these are delicious. We absolutely love it. I like to have frozen pizza on hand for just quick, easy, like the night that you don't want a mental load of thinking of what to make for dinner. We have frozen pizza on hand. Huge watermelon. My kids are still obsessed with watermelon, and I'm not going to stop them anytime soon because it's so nice to just buy one thing. This is usually $5.99. Sometimes I get it as low as $3.99. Chop the whole thing up, and it lasts us several days. I grabbed this red curry paste for a recipe. You guys should have already seen that video because grocery hauls are a little behind the cooking videos. So you should see this one, and I will have it linked down below. It's going to be a fall themed recipe video. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. We also grabbed some emotional support bananas. I just had gone to Costco, so I didn't need too many. I'm happy that they gave me super green ones because I still have 4 left from Costco that are started to head towards the brown side. They're headed towards the banana loaf side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they gave me green ones, and I just grabbed 4 for right now. I got myself some asparagus for a recipe. I love asparagus, but I always forget to order it, so I'm excited to have that. Grab the kids some raspberries. Nothing too nuts because this I try to get at Sam's Club and Costco. Also, sometimes you just need to give your husband a little treat, you know. He loves M&M cookies, and so I saw these on the flash sale. I think they were like $2.99 for this big pack of mini cookies, and I just wanted to grab something to make him smile, so I got him that little treat. I also grabbed some butternut squash. You know you're rolling into your 40s when you get excited because produce is on sale, and butternut squash was on sale again, so I grabbed 1. Last time I grabbed 4, but we still have a bunch in the freezer, so I just grabbed 1 this time to have some fresh ones. And then onion and bell pepper. These are my emotional support produce. This is what I use in pretty much every recipe you see. You're gonna see onion, bell pepper a lot around here. So anyways, that is everything that I grabbed at Kroger this morning. You ever have one of those nights where you're just like, I want something delicious, but also I need it to be easy? Well, I have you covered. Today we're diving into not 1, not 2, but 3 super easy sheet pan dinners that'll make your kitchen smell amazing. They're all budget friendly, they're all delicious, they're all nourishing, but they don't require much on the cleanup end. Because I knew I'd be working with lots of recipes this week that involve garlic, I decided to take some time to prep some minced garlic for myself. I do this by buying a huge bag of the organic peeled garlic at Costco. I think it's around $10 for the huge bag. Then I just cut off the little ends of the garlic and run it through my food processor. I'm a waste not type of girl, so I keep those little ends of the garlic in a bag in my freezer, and then when I make some homemade stock with veggie scraps and chicken bones, I toss that in for extra flavor. Once I had the garlic all pulsed up and minced, I saved some for myself in the fridge in a small jar. I just add some avocado oil for it to sit in, and then the rest of it I store in a silicone ice cube tray that I sprayed with avocado oil, and I keep that in the freezer. That way, when I need some minced garlic, I can just pop a cube out, which is about 2 to 3 cloves. I love having garlic on hand like this because I don't have to sacrifice flavor in the interest of time when cooking. Once I had the garlic prepped, I moved on to handling the rest of our first dish, which is maple glazed Italian sausage with sweet potatoes and asparagus. I absolutely love the fall and will find any excuse to incorporate its flavors into dishes, and in this one, we have the maple flavor coming in. We start by preheating the oven to 425 degrees. Then I just chopped up the sweet potato in as even chunks as I could, combined the sweet potatoes with some avocado oil, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. I spread that out on a single layer and roasted it in the oven for 15 minutes. While that was in the tanning bed, I trimmed up the asparagus and sliced up the Italian sausage. Once the taters had their 15 minutes done, I added the sliced sausage and asparagus to that same pan, seasoned it all again, drizzled it with maple syrup, and now that the party was all together, I put that in the oven for another 20 minutes until everything had been cooked through and caramelized a little bit. Life was really busy this week, hence our need for sheet pans, so we didn't have a chance to share our taste test live, but John said he thinks this is his favorite sheet pan meal I've ever done. But this was only the first one, and the next 2 nights end up challenging that declaration of his. Next up is a sheet pan bratwurst with golden potatoes and carrots. This combination of items is no stranger to us. It's one of our go-to meals we love to turn to when we don't want the mental load of deciding what's for dinner. I recommend having something like this where you always have the ingredients on hand, so if you're trying to figure out what's for dinner, you know exactly what to throw together. This time, I gave it a little extra sass with a special garlic honey mustard sauce. I started by preheating the oven to 400 degrees, and then I just dumped the baby carrots exactly as is right on the sheet pan, and I diced the potatoes in halves or quarters depending on the size of the tater. I chop my sausages into chunks and then slap those in there with their friends. Then, this is the hardest part, just whisking together a simple sauce. It's avocado oil, honey, Dijon mustard, garlic, lemon zest, lemon juice, all-purpose seasoning. I like to use the Kinder's cowboy butter, and some salt and pepper. Just check the taste on this and increase the honey if you want it to be a little bit sweeter. Whisk it all together and pour that sauce over everything on the sheet pan, and season everything with a little bit more of that cowboy butter, salt and pepper, or whatever your favorite seasonings are. Toss that to coat it evenly. This is going to roast in the preheated oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. You just want to make sure, obviously, that the bratwurst is cooked through, but most importantly, just check the potatoes and the carrots that they're tender and golden. And I usually like to stir it halfway through just to make sure everything is cooking evenly. Despite Italian sausage being my favorite style of sausage, this one was actually my favorite sheet pan meal of the video. I love the buttery flavor of bratwurst and how the honey mustard came in and gave it a little extra zing. I love having this recipe in my arsenal for a quick meal that doesn't sacrifice flavor. All of the recipes will be listed in the description box, so if you want to recreate this one, head there and grab it. And finally, because I believe in finishing strong, we've got the pineapple chicken teriyaki sheet pan dinner. This one's for those nights when you want something a little tropical and a lot nutritious. This is the only one that requires thinking ahead a little bit, and it's just to get the chicken marinated, which honestly is pretty optional. I end up slicing the chicken into strips, but you could do dices or just do them whole, and then toss them into a reusable storage bag with about a half a cup of Japanese barbecue sauce. I'm using the Kinder's one here, but I also love the Bachan's brand, so if you see either of them, they both work great. I also add in a can of pineapple chunks with the juice, onions, bell peppers, and minced garlic. I marinated that for about 6 hours. Later on, I ended up just dumping that right on the sheet pan, and then I grabbed a stir-fry veggie mix straight from my freezer. I sprinkled it all with the everything but the bagel seasoning, salt, and pepper. In the oven, that goes for about 30 minutes until the chicken is cooked through. You could serve this just as is for a high-protein, low-carb meal, or just add some rice on the side. Of all three, both John and I agreed that this one felt the freshest and lightest. Although the other two earned a title of favorite from each of us, this is actually the one I'd be more likely to turn to for dinner because I really love meals like this that are heavy on flavor but still feel nourishing and energizing and not heavy. All of the recipe cards for these are in the description box below, so feel free to screenshot it, print them out, whatever you need to do. You're going to want to keep these on deck. All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking part of your day and spending it with me. It means the absolute world to me. You guys are the absolute best. It's been a little while since I took a moment to just say thank you, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for constantly showing up and supporting this channel and being the absolute best community that there is. I have the kindest humans following me on this channel, and the comments that you guys leave absolutely light up our days and mean the absolute world to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart and my husband's heart, who is constantly checking the comments because he's the world's best hype man and he's always supporting my channel in one way or another. I hope I delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.